Conscience is an inner feeling or voice viewed as acting as a guide to the righteousness or wrongness of one's behavior. Conscience is awareness of God's call to be, to know, to do good, to love. It is practical judgment of the intellect.
The first step in the STEER method of forming our conscience is study. We form our consciences and work throughout our lives to keep them well informed. The second step is elect, which is choosing the right course of action based on figuring out between right and wrong. Then the next step is execute, which is putting into action what we have decided in our conscience is the right course of action. The final step in the SEER method to forming our conscience is review. This is when we examine and reflect on the choices we've made. By the end of this process, our conscience is clear and well developed. Another method for forming our conscience is by picturing a stop sign, or searching out the facts to think about alternatives and consequences, to consult others, and to pray about how God wants us to respond in love to the concrete situation.
It is important to recognize the proper ordering of our conscience. Daily decisions are semi-automatic. Virtues help us act responsibly and to identify our bad habits, so with God's grace, we can overcome them. Acquiring virtues and conquering vices are practices that help us grow in holiness and to train our Christian conscience.
Conscience must be informed in moral judgment and life. A well-informed conscience is upright and truthful. It formulates its judgments according to reason, in conformity with the true good willed by the wisdom of the Creator. The education of conscience is indispensable for human beings who are subjected to negative influences and tempted by sin to prefer their own judgment and to reject authoritative teachings.